Oh, it's not true.
It's not true that it's not in the nature of a man to have more than one woman. That's an inaccurate statement. But what would be more accurate is to say that it's not against a man's nature to have more than one woman.
Right.
And there's a big difference between the two statements. One is saying that a man can't be monogamous, which is false, and that and also that it's in his best interest to be monogamous, right? So it's almost like saying it's not in a man's nature to eat meat.
Okay.
That's not true. You know, it would be more accurate to say that it's not against a man's nature to eat meat. It is not against a man's nature to be a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
But to pick one is putting you inside of a little box that you don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the nature of a woman to be monogamous.
Right.
And that's more deeply rooted in her, right?
Right.
So, but a man being the leader, the divine leader, not just any leader, his designation is the divine leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
He don't have to be that.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of cases, he's not that.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, he forfeits his designation. But as the divine leader, a man is supposed to have an intellect that supersedes his emotions and knee-jerk responses, right?
Right.
And out of an intellect, you'll see that it's in your best interest, especially if you have a good woman,
Mm-hmm.
to just have that one. And like I always say, I'd rather have one dime than a nickel and 3 pennies. Well, if you already got a dime, why are you chasing a nickel and 3 pennies? Because there's more? That's kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, yeah, so I think people get that twisted. It's not against a man's nature to have more than one woman. That's why Elijah Muhammad didn't berate the Arab world and other cultures who allowed and permitted more than one woman. There's nothing perverted about it or anything like that. But it's not the best way to run a society. He wanted what was best for us. And the best way to run a society is one woman per man.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the best interest of society. It's in almost every case in your best interest. And anything less is a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that it's, against your nature, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like eating.
Humans are creatures who are above our nature. We can overcome what is natural. We can make decisions.
Yeah, you could be above or below.
Right.
You can go above or below.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't say
other creatures are kind of on
Yeah.
it, whatever they're at. That's where
Right.
they're at. Humans have a
but
option.
but remember, I wouldn't say that it's our nature to have more than one woman. I would say that was an inaccurate statement.
Correct.
I would just say that it's not against your nature. So
Right.
it's one is saying that you were naturally designed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is saying that you were not born with a governor to stop you from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thought process and an obedience and an intellect that would stop you from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not some governor that you're naturally born with.
Right.
Women are born with that governor. And when you see women that don't have that governor, it's because they've deviated from their natural state.
Yeah, I can tell. Because these
Right.
girls nowadays, they acting like dudes.
Yeah.
Acting like men.
They've deviated from their natural state. And so now, people can naturally mess up too. So just because it's in your natural state don't mean that you can't mess up.
Mm-hmm.
So they can make a thing and people can go against their nature. But like I say, women have a governor and you can see it in the mathematical expression of things. What do I mean by to see it in the mathematical expression of things? How many women can one guy get pregnant at one time?
Unlimited.
Almost unlimited, right? It's much almost limited by a clock in the hours in the day. You can do, you know, for 3 a night for months, right? How many dudes' babies can a woman have at one time? That's math.
So man can have multiple babies in the oven,
Yeah.
but each oven can only hold one
Only
baby.
hold one baby. So that's the math that you can't escape of the design of the thing, right? So, but remember, we have a thing called equality in our religion, and equality is not the same as equal.
I agree with that.
If everything was equal, there would be no need for the word equality.
Right.
Equality is what equalizes and balances out two things that's not equal.
There you go.
It's the equalizer, right? And so nature put in an equalizer into the system, and it also put the equalizer into the divine thought process. So the man, being the divine leader, is supposed to be the equalizer. The man naturally is going to equalize the two. You don't have kids and see that one needs more attention and homework than the other one and give them all the same attention. That would be treating your kids like they're equal.
Yeah.
But as an equalizer, you see that I only got 5 minutes for you because I got to get in here with Johnny for a whole hour, and I'm tired as hell. So Johnny gets the hour. But a foolish parent thinks everything is equal, and he gives them the same time.
I feel that every woman that I've dealt with is equal. Every time I buy something for one kid, they expect me to buy something for all the kids. I've even been to the shoe store and bought shoes for one kid who's growing out of shoes and not bought the other kid's shoes because they don't need shoes. And they feel like I'm not being fair. But I'm like, this kid needs shoes.
Yeah.
And I got enough money to get her some shoes. I don't have a need to spend for a pair of shoes right now.
Right.
And it's not about just getting them shoes. It's about filling a need, you know.
And see, the difference between a woman and a man is if society had, if you had 100 people living inside of a neighborhood, right? And there were 100 married couples living in the neighborhood. Neighborhood A got 100 married couples, and neighborhood B got 100 married couples, right? In neighborhood A, if you made all of the women bigger, stronger, faster, and quicker than the men, and in neighborhood B, they were normal, where men are bigger, stronger, faster than the women, you would find that neighborhood A would have the highest rate of domestic violence.
You're gonna say that.
It would be off the Richter scale.
You're gonna
Okay?
be knocking your
Because
head.
every time you said something, the 75% of them chicks would be slapping you upside your head with something.
And you can see that clearly. I see that clearly.
They use power. They power trip like no other.
We'll give you another example. Neighborhood A and neighborhood B. In neighborhood A, 100 people. All the women are the leaseholders of the property. In neighborhood B, all the men are the leaseholders of the property. The amount of people that you see coming out of neighborhood B with duffel bags and trash bags, it would be astronomical. It would be a regular occurrence because as soon as anything went down, first thing be out their mouth is, nigga, get out my house.
Okay.
Now they got the same problems in neighborhood A. They got the same problems. But for some reason, the chicks ain't leaving with duffel bags and sandwich bags and stuff like that. They're not leaving out the house like that.
It's a different level of
It's a different level.
respect.
So why? Because one was designed to be the ruler, which in his rulership was his ability to administer equality.
Right. Women can't.
And
I'm sorry.
Equality.
I don't know if they can.
I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying they don't have as high of a propensity for it.
Yeah.
I would never say that they can't do something that we do.
Right.
Okay.
They can do anything we can do. I mean, there are women that can dunk, right?
Right. I'll give you that.
Or they can dunk. So they never say that they can't do it. I'm only saying that they have less of a propensity to do it. And so because of that less of a propensity, you know, so the man with equality, what happens is you're bigger, stronger, faster. So what do? You use your size and strength to protect your woman,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
not to go upside her head.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now there are dudes that go upside of their head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they use their size and strength to go upside the woman's head. But a logical thinking, balanced man, he don't see himself as bigger, stronger, quicker so that he can go upside his woman's head. He sees that as an equalizer, right? He's going to use that to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't get any misbenefit, what's the proper word, disbenefit out of him being bigger, stronger, and faster. She gets full benefit out of it.
Right. Everything that she lacks that he has, she benefits.
Everything that she lacks, he has, she benefits from it. And vice versa. The woman naturally wants to see she fall in love. She's supposed to start cooking or trying.
Right.
And she swore she wasn't going to never cook nothing. But for some reason, you always got eggs
Right.
every morning when you wake up. She can't help it because that's natural. Right? She wants to nurture you. Right? And so these things are the balancers that equalize two things that are not equal. But because of the equalization, they become equal because one uses the other one's strengths.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I've always known.